Okay, we're back for episode 5. I had to think about that. So what are we doing today? So I've reached out to the guys at Crow Cams. I've picked 2 camshafts that have been getting thrown around on the YouTube channel. People have been saying, why haven't you tested the 1212 and why haven't you done the 1730? And well, I'm doing it now. Here we are. So I've reached out to him. I was going to get another one. I think it was a 1717 or something like that, but we'll save that one for another day. But I selected the 1212 and the 1730, and the only reason why I did is because we've always used the Crow 1249. Now, it's been a popular cam, and we've already done a video on the cam and a comparison, and it works well. But I wanted to see, is there anything slightly bigger that's as good, or something slightly better that's very close? You know what I mean? Because there's so many cams, and as you know, there's cams that are here or there, or like a few numbers apart. The grand scheme of things, they're all very close. But how close are they really? And I guess that's where doing the back-to-back test on the same car, all within a couple of hours apart of each other, it essentially gives you that information. And it's quite surprising to see the differences between them camshafts. And I've also added in the 1249 into this review as well. I know I've already done a video on it, but I figured I'm going to stick it in the middle as a comparison so people can get an idea of the differences between what we've gone and checked out now, basically. So let's go through it. Let's have a look at the dyno sheet. So here we are. So like always, baseline 258 kilowatts, 456 newton meters. We've got the 1730, which is a 222, 230, 613, 613 on a 114 lobe. That made 291 kilowatts, 492 newton meters of torque. Now that's pretty impressive. You got the 1249, which we've previously done, which is the 226, 232, 608, 602 on a 112 lobe set, 295.3 kilowatts, 489 newton meters. But then we've got the 1212, which is a new one. So 229, 233, 611, 612, 112. 299 kilowatts, 494 newton meters of torque. So we've got ourselves a bit of a winner here as far as, you know, the 1249 has just been beaten by the 1212. So the people who have asked us to review this cam, thank you, because I never really thought about using this cam ever, and it never ever came across my radar. So I've now done the comparison with it with the 1249, and I'm probably going to say, you know what, I think it's time Crow can make that camshaft redundant. Sorry guys, but the 1212 is a better cam. The reality of it is the 1249 requires a stall converter. The 1212, it's going to need a stall converter. They've both got very similar traits in the sense of idle, behaviour, drivability, engine vacuum at idle, engine vacuum in gear, and so on. So they are very, very similar camshafts, just the 1212 makes more power. So in my opinion now, it's a clear winner. So, you know, so I guess, you know, you could probably scrap the 1249, forget about that camshaft now and just go with the 1212. Because it is an absolute sure winner when you look at it compared to the 1249. And you can sort of see, like, the 1249 is the purple line and then the blue line is the 1212. And they are literally neck and neck the whole way until about 5.2. Then you can see it start to pull away and it just cracks. Like, it was so close to making 300 kilowatts. I actually thought we were going to do it, but it didn't do it. But you know what? It still made more power and it still made more torque. Not by a lot, but it is better, and better is good. So, and it still maintains a good steady engine vacuum. So it's actually a more efficient camshaft in every way compared to the 1249. Not knocking the 1249, it has been a great camshaft for many years. But you know, the 1212 is a better camshaft. It really is. It wins that, and that's why I've stuck the 1249 graph back into this video, just to show you the differences between it. Because yeah, if you're sitting on the fence of getting a 1249, just push it aside, go to the 1212, because the 1212 is actually a really good camshaft. I'm not saying I'm not going to use the 1249 ever again. It still does have its place. But, you know, the grand scheme of things is it's a better camshaft. So, but one that stand out a lot in this test was the 1730. This was recommended by another friend, another workshop. So I've taken his recommendation to try it out, and it's a 222, 230, 613, 613, 114. And as you can see, it hasn't lost any power in the bottom, and it's very close in the top. Like, it's so close in the top, it's not funny. Yes, the other cams do pull away at 5,800 revs, but the thing about that camshaft is that, yes, it works with the standard converter. It's got good, strong idle vacuum at idle and in gear. So you can get away with a stock converter. Obviously, it's going to be better with the converter. All camshafts with the converter will behave and drive better, period. But some people can't afford to put one in. It's not in their budget. So we have to find camshafts that will work with a stock converter. But you know, you can get away with the 1730 with a stock converter. You can make the same power and torque in the bottom as you do with the bigger camshafts, only missing out on a very small amount of power in the top end, and it wins, you know. So, you know, it's a good camshaft. Do not underestimate that cam if you've got an LS1 and you're planning on doing a camshaft torque, because the 1713 is also a good camshaft to consider while you're making a decision. You know, depending on what brand of cam you're going to choose or grind that you're going to go for. I guess it all comes down to auto, manual, street driving and so on. And I've covered this a lot in the previous videos. It's all about yourself, the customer. What are you actually looking for? What is it you actually want from the car? What does it need to do? How are you going to drive it? When are you going to drive it? So on. So, you know, all very good things that you need to consider. But, you know, like, I'm quite impressed with the 1730. I'm absolutely stoked that the 1212 supersedes or outperforms the 1249. That's a new one for me. I've never used this cam, never tuned a car with that cam, and I'm actually quite impressed with what it actually has done. I would like to see it now with a set of cylinder heads. So we're very close now to getting to the cylinder head part of all these videos. I'm gonna do one more video after this, and then I'm going to take a break for probably a month or so with the videos, just to allow me to just catch up again with the workshop work, because obviously I've been on the dyno every day just doing these videos solid straight through, so I'm just literally smashing them out as I go. But I hope you have enjoyed these comparisons. So I'm actually, this last test we've done, I'm actually very surprised in it. You'll hear the sound of all the camshaft. They all sound great. The 1730 has a very nice, strong sounding lopey idle. The 1249's got a nice sort of thumpy idle, and the 1212 is just the same. You know, it's got a nice thumpy idle. You'll hear it in the video. I'll also put the cam cards up, the dyno sheet at the end of the video, so you can hit pause and actually analyse it yourself, which will make it a bit easier. And you know, if you're in the market or want to purchase these camshafts and you actually want a copy of the dyno sheet, you know, reach out to us, send us an email, and I'm pretty sure we can get one of the guys to hook you up with the actual sheet itself. But yeah, that's yeah, I'm not sure what else I can really say about this sort of test, other than, yeah, wow, I've found a new camshaft that's got me a little bit excited. It's not often you get an LS1 that goes close to 300 kilowatts, and the 1212 has got us very close to it. So at this stage, we're sort of sitting with all the cams that we've done. The 1212 is holding itself quite strongly at the top of the scale. But once again, it's not about one cam's better than the other cam. It's all about what cam suits your application, because we're not here to say one company camshaft is better than the other. They are all good companies. We use them all. I highly rate all three of the main camshaft companies that we deal with and work with. You know, I've got a good working relationship with all of these guys. So, and I'm not trying to blow wind up anyone's, you know, backside or whatever, because they are all great camshafts and they all have their place in the market and they all suit different applications and clientele and customers and racing and non-racing and so on. And you get the gist, what I'm trying to say. So, but anyway, Check out the video, let us know what you think. There's a few more cams that people have been recommending. Keep those recommendations coming through. We will add them to the list of camshafts, and like always, if they're within reason, we will get them cams, we will test those cams, and we will post up our results. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate the time you've taken. Hit the subscribe button, please, and we will see you on the next episode. Catch ya.